if you're an importer, you're probably going to be familiar with the calculation of landed costs. Even if you don't know the term, the idea is simply taking the cost of the product as you buy it, converting it into Australian dollars so you know the local price, and then adding on all of the costs that it took you to get that product into your inventory. So, for example, if you bought something for $100 and it cost you $100 to get it here, your actual landed cost for that item is $200. Now, that's nice and easy when you're thinking about a single item that you're bringing in. It gets more complicated when you're bringing in a container load of items with different prices and in different quantities. So luckily, Toolemu has implemented a real basic landed cost calculation feature. I'm going to show you how it works. So this product here, the ping pong ball, we've actually got this set up inside the system so that we buy it from a supplier, US Ping Pong LLC. What we can do is if we go into the suppliers tab here, we'll click on the detail and we can see it's the main supplier paying 19 cents. That's US cents because the currency is set to US dollars. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to make a PO. So I'll hit the button, select the company, and what I'll do is I'll go and add the ping pong balls. And we'll order 1,000 of them. Okay, now I'm just going to scroll back up here for a second. There are various different methods by which we can apportion or calculate those landed costs. So we've got value, which is dollar value. We've got volume, which is, as the name suggests, the volume that it takes up in the shipping container. And we've got the weight. Now, if you're going to use volume or weight, you have to obviously have all of those properties set against the product. So most people are just going to use value. It's the easiest way of doing it, most commonly used. So what we'll do is we'll save and close. Now I'm going to show you the technique. It is deceptively simple. Actually, what I'll do before I do that is I'm going to change that exchange rate. So we'll pop the exchange rate in there. We're buying these in US dollars. We'll say it's 63 US dollars to 1 Aussie dollar. And you'll see here it's giving us totals in Connect's tax in both US dollars and a rough comparison in Aussie dollars based on that exchange rate. So now all we do to calculate landed costs is we add all of our on costs onto the cost of the product. Now there's two ways that we can do it. One way of doing it is we can put in estimated landed costs and calculate a landed cost based off that. So you do that if your suppliers aren't particularly good at getting their invoices to you. The better and more accurate way of doing it, though, is to use the actual landed costs. And so all we do is I'm going to hit my landed cost button here. And we're just going to put in all of our related supplier bills. So if I pick up, for example, DHL, and I'll pick my created date, I can also set my exchange rate. Now you can have your on costs either in Aussie dollars, you can change the currency to US dollars, so it can be in a whole mishmash of currencies, and we're going to go and convert whatever we need to convert. And we'll pop down here the freight. So international freight inwards. And we'll just say that that's $50 or something like that. So we can see on this related invoice, it's related back to our purchase order 84 for the ping pongs. And this one, we don't have any tax on it, but we've got $50 US, $79 Aussie. If we go back to our purchase order 84 now, you can see here we can just add on all of our landed costs, as many as we like. Now I can receipt my goods in if I choose to. I'll do that now. And we'll just mark that as received. I do have the option here as well to set landed costs here. We won't go into that in the demo. I'll just go back and now we'll convert to a supplier bill. Now what that's done for us is it's taken the costs of the freight, it's grossed it up automatically into the cost of the ping pong balls, and then it's put a negative adjustment in here so the supplier bill balances out. So not only has it automated the calculation for us, now I'm doing this with one product, so it's kind of easy, but it's automated the apportionment as well, and that's it. And so that will now update on our product, the average landed cost, the last landed cost, and when we punch the supplier bill across for payment, it'll still balance up, and the inventory has been grossed up correctly in the accounting software, be it MYOB or Xero. All currency conversions all taken care of as well. Nice and straightforward.